Welcome to WarWounds, where we're going to talk about grave to moderate injuries, because that's what guys do when they get together. Okay, I'm Pete. I'm generally just a reckless individual who joined the Marines at 19 to engage in various activities.
I'm Mike. I've been riding BMX bikes for over 20 years. I'm also a father and get myself in some pretty dumb situations.
And I'm Collin. I'm a hockey player and I have my teeth somehow, but we'll get more into that a little bit later.
Collin, hockey is a pretty dangerous sport. Can you tell me a little bit about, what's one of the worst injuries you've ever had playing hockey?
Wait, first tell everyone that you play here.
I play at Arizona State, and I'm a goalie, so you might think that I don't get hurt, but when I was 13 years old, it was in a youth game, a 6'6" guy comes back, trucks me from behind, and my head hits the post, helmet flies off, and I was seeing stars for about a week and a half. Concussion. So goalies do get hurt, and that's a perfect example of that.
Man.
Any other terrible injuries? You're a goalie, so the pucks are coming at you all the time.
Well, I was gonna get into that. You're stealing my lines, but I was
setting you up.
I was gonna get into another injury I had recently. Was a kid took a slap shot, and my equipment's kind of pulled down, so the puck hit me right in the collarbone, and I couldn't rotate my arm up or down. Luckily the collarbone wasn't broken, but I almost was.
You were telling me earlier about getting maced in the face. How did that come about?
Yeah, okay. The military police were doing their annual training for OC spray, which is the oxy, whatever it's called, mace. And I was taking pictures of them because I was a photojournalist in the Marine Corps. And the gunnery sergeant in charge of training said, hey, you want to try it? I'm thinking, yeah, fine, why not? So I get sprayed in the face, and then you have to run this obstacle course, and I don't recommend getting maced ever.
Well, I wanted to try it.
You shouldn't. Yeah, you really shouldn't, because
mace someone else.
Do I want to be the Macy or the Macer?
I don't wish it on anyone. It was.
What is it, like hot peppers? What is it, like rubbing habaneros in your face? What is
that like putting Tabasco sauce on? Is it hot, if you eat?
Well, yeah, if you eat hot food, that's what it's like, except all over your face. You can barely see. All your pores open up. You're sweating profusely and just draining it all down your face and neck. It's terrible. And then I had to run through an obstacle course and hit someone with a baton and all this stuff.
So to our audience, you don't recommend it?
No, not even a little
That's
bit.
basically what you're saying. You don't recommend it.
Well, but that's given me some good perspective. So if I'm ever unruly around a bunch of cops, I just think I don't want to get maced, and that.
Or if you rob a woman and you steal her purse, that could be.
Yeah, that's a good deterrent.
You have the beard.
You're stereotyping me off the beard, and I know you are. I don't appreciate that.
You have the beard.
How long did it last for, though?
The initial real pain. You can be out of commission for 6 hours, I think. But wow. After the 15 minutes, you run the obstacle course and stuff. We got a cold hose over her face, and then I went straight to the PX and bought a gallon of milk and just dumped it all over my face.
Really?
It helps. But the next couple days, every time I took a shower, stuff would get loosened up in my hair or whatever, and then it'd drip down a little bit. It was bad. Yeah. But it's rough.
Sounds very pleasant.
Well, so we're kind of on the head and face injuries. When I was probably about 19, I was living in Tucson, riding BMX pretty heavily. Came up for a contest here in the Phoenix area, and 5 minutes out of the car, warming up at the contest site where there was a bunch of ramps, I hit this ramp and just overshot it and went face first into the asphalt. And I woke up outside of where they were holding in the arena where the ramps were, and they said, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" And I had no idea what happened. And then someone just said, "Dude, your teeth." And then I immediately touched my face, and my teeth were just gone. And I went back into the asphalt, and I could find shards of what was left in my teeth. My whole side of my face was just nothing but road rash, and it was a horrible experience. Put me out for the whole weekend. Actually, for a couple weeks, couldn't ride my bike again. Had to get some serious mouth work done, and now these teeth are fake. So
was there a dentist on? My dad's a dentist. Was a dentist. Are there any dentists on call, or
no? I kind of lived toothless for several weeks until I could get to the dentist.
Oh, so you're like a hockey player. You almost took my job.
Yeah,
Jeez.
It wasn't good.
How long were you out when you hit the ground?
They pretty much carried me out, so I must have been out for at least totally unconscious for a couple minutes, and then was in and out of La La Land for another few minutes until I was in the parking lot and was like, okay, something happened bad. And,
Jeez.
that was probably the worst time I've ever hit my head, and I don't want to do that again.
So we've all had our fair share of injuries. Let's take it to the street and see about some other ones.
So I was playing volleyball, and I dove for a ball, and there's a little lip on the door in the gym, which is also like in other doorways where like the door stays shut without like water getting through. And when I dove, my hand got stuck, but my body kept going, and I tore all my tendons in my wrist.
I was a wee little lad. I was running through my house. I tripped, fell, split my forehead open, straight down the center, right to the skull. Had 20 stitches in my face from in the 2nd grade.
So now we're all back from interviewing people on the street, and I must say that we aren't the only dumb ones out there. Guys?
Thanks for watching. This has been WarWounds.
Tune in next time. Again, I'm Pete.
I'm Mike.
I'm Collin. Good night.